What's the worst financial decision you've seen someone make? 1. My awful aunt was the trustee for my grandparents' estate. When they passed, she decided to sell their house to a random realtor who left a leaflet on the door. The house wasn't put on the market, and she rejected my matching offer after I argued hard to list the house and allow people to bid on it. The realtor slapped a new coat of paint on it and sold it a couple of months later for literally $1 million more than she bought it for. 2. A guy in my fraternity got $30,000 for an undisclosed reason, probably a family loss or something, and bet it all on the Yankees winning one game. They lost. 3. My brother's ex fell for a Craigslist scam. She found a motorcycle, and the seller claimed he needed money up front to pay bills before she could see it. We told her not to do it, it was obviously a scam. She admitted she had already sent $1,000. Of course, the seller was never available to show her the bike. We found out after she and my brother broke up that she had kept sending him money in hopes of getting the motorcycle. By the end, she was out $3,000. 4. A friend of mine, who is terrible with money, and his girlfriend bought a water filtration system from a door-to-door salesman. He had to pay around $300 a month for the system. He was excited because it came with a free set of pots and pans. Fast forward a year, his girlfriend broke up with him, moved out, and he had to sell his house because he couldn't afford to live there anymore. The water filtration system is now sitting in a storage unit, where he still pays $300 a month for it because he's stuck in a 2 or 3 year contract. The kicker? We have great water quality in our area. 5. My supervisor took out a loan against their 401k to pay rent because their credit cards were maxed out. 2 weeks later, they bought a brand new $60,000 Lincoln with almost nothing down because my daughter just had a baby, and I need a bigger car for that. 6. A guy in our town, who owned a small convenience store, spent $20,000 on fidget spinners. He ended up begging people for over a year to buy them because he was about to lose his business. His marriage also fell apart because of it. 7. A coworker I used to have worked every second of overtime for years to save up for a house. When he applied for the loan, he calculated the mortgage based on all the overtime he had been working. I tried to warn him that it was a bad idea, but he didn't listen. A few years later, he ended up divorced because his wife got tired of him always working. 8. A guy I briefly dated joined an MLM scheme selling insurance. During dinner, he gave me a long monologue about it, but I told him I had no money. He got furious and even tried to sell insurance to our waiter at the restaurant. He failed again. I'm still laughing about it today. 9. Buying a TV on Black Friday instead of fixing their leaking roof. 10. My brother and his wife were drowning in debt, didn't have high-paying jobs, and couldn't afford their 2-bedroom apartment. They decided to move into our parents' basement to save money. A week before they moved in, they built a new computer. A year later, despite their financial situation not improving, they decided to get pregnant, and they did, while still living in the basement and knowing they haven't improved their financial situation whatsoever.